At the beginning of every year, I feel like there's a lot of symbolism around this idea of a new beginning, right? We have a blank slate or a new chapter, if you will. And so I sat down because I really wanted to record a message for you guys, a message that hopefully uplifts and encourages you guys to take what we had in 2020 and use that to make the next year the best one yet. And I sat down last night and I asked myself this question. I said, what message can I share with our community, with my friends, with my family, to inspire them, to encourage them to have the best year in 2021 that they've had? And the honest truth is, I have no idea. I have no clue what that message is, because all of us are at different points in times in our lives. We're all struggling with different things, working to overcome different obstacles. And, while 2020 has been a crazy year, right? No one person has the answers. And the truth is, we're all struggling with the adversities of life. We're learning and growing and evolving and trying to do the best that we can do. I really believe that we're all just a work in progress. And so today, what I want to do is just have a candid conversation with you guys. I want to talk about the year that we had and how we take everything that we just went through and use that to grow into a better, stronger version of ourselves so that 2021 can truly be one of our best years yet. And the only way that we can do that is really by getting clear on how we will remember 2020. So I ask you guys this question. How are you going to remember 2020? Are you going to see it as a worthy opponent or as a complete fucking failure? Are you going to see it as an opportunity to learn and to grow? Or are you going to see it as the worst year of your life? Is 2020 going to make you better? Or is it going to make you bitter? You see, how you relate and how you remember this year that we just had says an awful lot about you. And more importantly, it foreshadows who you're going to be. Now, let me explain that to you. You see, I say it foreshadows who you're going to be because I believe that there's only really truly one thing that separates any of us. And that is the thoughts that we have or the mindset that we experience life through, the lens that we view it through. You see, I think that our thoughts and the way that we relate to things tells us and shows us who we are. And the mindset that we have, do we have a growth mindset or do we have a fixed mindset? Do we have a victim mentality? Do we see 2020 as happening to us or do we see it as happening for us? That champion mentality, that mentality that says, I don't care what obstacles arise, I don't care what circumstances take place, I don't care what adversity and challenges I'm going to come up against, I'm going to persevere through them. This mindset, this mentality, these thoughts that you have are all going to tell you who you are. You see, I believe that circumstances don't create character, they reveal it. When we're in the heat of the moment, right? When we're experiencing the fear, the failure, the adversity, the pandemic, the death, all the craziness that 2020 held, right? I don't want to get into all of it, but when we reflect back, when we remember what took place, I think it's also important to remember how you reacted because in that moment, it shows you who you really are. Maybe another way to say it is adversity is often a mirror and it reflects back to us the character that we have. It's easy to be nice and kind and loving and compassionate when life is easy, when things are going your way. It's another story when you're getting your ass kicked, when all hell is breaking loose around you, when you're locked in your house and your friends and you're isolated and you can't talk to anybody. When you're experiencing your biggest fears, your biggest failures, your most insecurity, that's when you realize who you really are. And the way that you react in that moment is such a beautiful gift because you can learn from it. And that's how you can use 2020 to become better. And you can build on the foundation of experience that 2020 gave us. I have this core philosophy in life, and it's that all experiences, all of them, the good and the bad, make us a better version of ourselves. You see, this last year I lost my father. I haven't talked about it publicly, and I'll talk about it in another video, but I can tell you that because I had the experience of losing my father, I was at his side in the hospital bed. The doctor actually asked me to make the decision to leave him on or take him off life support. And I had the privilege of making that decision. And as difficult as it was in that moment, going through that experience makes me more of a man. It makes me a better version of myself. I get fucking goosebumps thinking about it right now, because on the other side of that experience, I can relate to people at a deeper level. I can connect with men and women and friends that have lost loved ones. I have more empathy and compassion than I've ever had before. And I could have only experienced that by losing my father, by going through that experience. And all of us lost something in 2020. All of us experienced an incredible amount of fear and doubt and insecurity and failure. And the way that we use 2020 to help us grow and help us become the best that we can be in the future is by remembering those experiences that we went through, remembering those hardships in a way that allows us to grow through them so we can become the best that we can be. I really believe that this mindset, this champion mindset, this mindset of growth, of acknowledging and experiencing all of life and using that so that we can become a more complete version of ourselves, is the only thing that separates us. And if you have the capacity, if you have the awareness, the ability to see 2020 as it is, but not worse than it is, and then to find lessons learned throughout that experience to allow 2020 to be a mirror and reflect back who you are. And maybe you like what you saw, maybe you don't. Whatever it is, use those experiences of the past to grow so that you can become a better version of yourself tomorrow. Now, I'll leave you guys with this. Just because the calendar says 2021 doesn't mean anything is going to be different. Yeah, the last year was difficult. I got some bad news for you. This year is going to be as well. Because life is not supposed to be easy. The truth is, life is fucking hard. And it's meant to be that way so we can grow, so we can evolve. And so we can learn to be a better version of ourselves so we have more to give, right? I just mentioned the experience with my father. I truly believe, and I share this not to impress you, just to impress upon you that I know I am a better version now because I went through that experience. I know I have more love and compassion to give as a man. And that's a gift that I can give to people and I can use to help serve my friends, my family, and my community. So as you go into 2021, you have to know that nothing changes because the date changes. Nothing changes unless you change. And oftentimes, the number one thing we need to do is let go of who we think we are so that we can become who we're supposed to be. Let go of our fears and our doubts, our insecurities, our limiting beliefs. Let go of our bad habits and our baggage. Just drop that shit and move forward. Because if 2020 has taught us anything, it's that we have no idea what tomorrow may bring. That every day is a gift. And I wholeheartedly believe it's our responsibility to wake up every day and make the most of that gift. As you head into 2021, it's my prayer, it's my hope that you use the foundation of 2020 to learn and grow and make 2021 the best year of your life. I'll talk to you soon.